What is up, guys? How we doing? Welcome, new subscribers. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the positive comments on the video I made the other day, and I appreciate you for joining the team, man. Today I just wanted to talk about my day. I had a really interesting one. It started off, again, really crappy. I made a video yesterday, but I ended up deleting it because I didn't like it. And the last couple days have been really rough. But today was a very interesting day. So, we start work like normal, get out there at 1 o'clock, and for an entire hour, I did not get a single order with Uber Eats turned on. Not a single thing. Drove around town plenty of times. Basically just wasted $5 in gas. An hour and a half in, we get an Instacart order. I always have Instacart on. It just never is worth a crap. It's 6 items, 30 miles at Lowe's. And we're an hour and a half in. And I'm like, okay, well, it's only 6 items. Surely we can shop for that pretty quick. 30 miles, like, it is straight out. So it's a 60-mile round trip. Not the best order in the world to agree to, but whatever. It's $35 and I haven't gotten shit. We're an hour and a half in. Let's do it. We go to Lowe's. Thankfully, the way it is in Instacart, at Lowe's at least, is it shows you the aisle number and the shelf number. And for most of the stuff, it was pretty easy to find. Some of it was in the wrong spots, but I was able to get to the general vicinity, so I was able to find it no problem. But then there was one thing, which was like what are they called? The little roller things that you pick up and roll with one wheel, and put firewood in. My brain's not working. There was a very specific one of those that was ordered, and all it said on Instacart was back wall. I'm like, okay, so I'm assuming that means the back wall from the door. Nope, not that one. Went to the other wall. Nope, not that one. Went to the other wall. Nope, not that one. Finally went to an associate and was like, where is this? And they said, oh yeah, it's outside. It's out. Okay, pointing me in the general direction. Couldn't find it for like the longest time and tried to substitute this other one, and the customer was not happy with it and wanted me to refund it. But the way Instacart works is they take away your money if you refund an item, and this was an $80 item. So customers tip like 10% or 20% of their total grocery order. And what Instacart does is they will take that tip money from you if an item is unavailable, because now it's a new total. So if their order is $200 and the customer tips 10%, that means you got a $20 tip. But if you were unable to find $50 worth of items, now it's a $15 tip, which I think is the most fucked up thing in the world, because the customer agreed to give you $20. Like, it would be one thing if Instacart was like, hey, your total changed. Do you still want to give them 20 or mark it down to 15? But Instacart just does that immediately. So I was dead set on finding this $80 item. And couldn't find it because my short ass just didn't look high enough, and had to call somebody over and get a ladder and get it down for me, and finally found it. And now I'm pushing a buggy full of a few things. It was a heavy-ass axe, a rake, gloves, just a few things. I'm pushing that. This, wheelbarrow, that's what it's called, wasn't big enough to fit in the cart, so I'm dragging that along. So I got the cart I'm pushing with my left hand, I got Persephone walking in front of me, and then I'm dragging the wheelbarrow behind me. Make it to the store, get it in the car, and what should have taken 15 minutes took 45. Now we do the delivery, and it's, like I said, 30 miles straight out. and 5 of those miles is going down a road that's like 20 miles per hour, and then the last mile was a dirt road and drop off, and it just took forever to get the drop off done. So by the time I dropped it off, it was 4:30. We were 3.5 hours in, and we were at $35. And yeah, I was pretty much giving up on the day, you know. I'm having to put in another 7-day work week because, you know, rent's due on the 1st. So we've worked since the 26th. So 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, 1st. So we gotta work 7 days, and it's not looking good. But so 3.5 hours in, we're at $35. We're at like 80 miles, 75 miles, something like that. And it's looking like all hope is lost. And yeah, so it's looking like the day's fucked, you know, because the way it is like if I go out and for an entire hour we don't get anything, I can't just tack another hour onto the day. She can only be in the car for so long. Like 8 hours is our max. We do 5 hours, then take a break, then do 3. And it's not like I can just tack on another hour or work 12 hours a day. She gets grumpy by that 8th hour, and I feel like a shitty dad for having her have to ride along with me anyway. You know, I already feel guilty about that. And it's looking hopeless. And then on the way back into Branson, I had to go through Branson West, and I actually had a ride share. Thank God I turned Uber on. Because we were so off in the middle of nowhere, it could have been pointless to have the app on, but I had it on as a just in case, because you never know. And sure enough, I got a customer. He ended up being, you know, from Branson West, wanted to be driven to Branson, so a 13-mile drive. And I made $18 off of that. Right after that, I got another customer that was going 13 miles. And then that ended up being $17. And then I shit you not, so I dropped her off in between Branson and Forsyth. Forsyth is a town about 15 miles away, maybe 20, that has a population of like 100 people. It's a ghost town, and a lot of Uber Eats orders comes out of there that are just not doable because it's like $5 for 20 miles. And but I dropped this customer off like in between Branson and Forsyth, and I shit you not, right after dropping her off, I got a $37 order for picking up at McDonald's and driving 9 miles. Driving to Forsyth, picking up the McDonald's, and then driving 3 miles to the customer. And $37. I thought it was like tip bait, something got stolen. I mean, thought something was up, but I was close enough that I thought it was worth checking out. And sure enough, we did it and made $37. And after starting the day at 3.5 hours and only making $35, we ended at 5:30 and had made 116. So in 2 hours, we made $80, which is just nuts. And just shows you, man, to just like never give up, you know? Like, now I say that, but like, to sit here and pretend like that's how it always goes, it doesn't most of the time. The days are disappointing, and they're long, and they're shitty, and to be honest with you, I don't know what we're going to do, because we just reached the halfway mark to rent. I have 3 more days to come up with rent. If I make $100 a day from here on out, I will be $300 short. If I make $150 from here on out, then I will be $150 short. Right? So either way, it's looking like, despite putting in a 7-day work week last week, despite putting in a 7-day work week this week, it's looking like we're not going to make enough for rent. And I feel like a fucking failure, to be honest with you. Like, I'm really trying, man. I mean, let's look at these numbers. Let's look at... So So far, this is my 4th day on the work week since Christmas. We've worked 28 hours. We've made $330. We've driven 360 miles, and $30 has gone to gas. So I've worked 27 hours, and I've made $300 after gas. And that's even with today making $80 in 2 hours somehow. That's how bad the other 3 days this week were. And then we got, 3 more days until rent's due, and we might be a couple hundred short, and then it's January, and then it's dead. I have to take 100 of this and put it towards the credit card or I'm going to lose it, so I have to. So we just now got to the halfway mark. If it wasn't for that, then we'd have a chance at hitting it. But it looks like no matter what, we're going to be at least $100 shy of rent. And that makes me feel like a failure. Yeah, it's not the biggest deal, but dude, I need to be able to show on paper that I can support this child and take care of her. And at the end of the day, if she's in the car with me 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, I can't help but feel like a shitty father for that. And January and February are gonna be rough. If all these people from Springfield drive down here, I can't express enough to you how much of a ghost town this place is. Half the businesses close. I mean, yes, you'll still have Uber Eats, you'll still have that, from locals, but rideshare won't be busy. And if 10 drivers come down from Springfield, there is no chance that we'll even make $50. Hitting $50 a day will be hard, And I'm stressing. I'm doing everything I can, man. Everything. And I just keep coming up short. And I'm trying not to lose hope. And today was a good day. I made 116 in 5 hours. Somehow, some way. And I almost gave up after putting in 3.5 hours and only being at $35. Yeah, I was about to just say, you know what, fuck this, because we're 30 miles away from home. By the time we get home, it'll be 4:30. We got an hour and a half left. Best case scenario, we make $50 by 6. But luckily, I got a ride on the way there. Then luckily, I got a ride, and then luckily, after that, got a $37 Uber Eats. It was luck, is what it came down to, is luck. And determination, I suppose. But that's the thing about Ubers. You don't always get lucky. And Instacart, more like Instafart. Am I right? Sorry, I shouldn't make jokes. Instacart sucks. I don't know about your market, but here, it's like, I shit you not, I've seen orders that are 200 items, 30 miles out, $20. 3 hours of shopping, 1 hour of driving, $20. And you know what's batshit? People actually take that. And that makes me mad as hell. Because as long as you're willing to do garbage like that, they're going to continue to feed you garbage like that. I would never in a million years. Nope. Especially not with her. I have a rule. If I'm doing an Instacart order, it's minimum $25 an hour. If I'm shopping around with the child, that it's going to be a $25 an hour order I'm not doing. And I think that's fair, It amazes me that people want you to shop for them 200 items, then drive 30 miles to them, and then they won't even tip. The $20 is from Instacart. I don't know how much they think we're getting paid, but Instacart doesn't pay for shit. It is very tip reliant. And it should be, because you're providing a customer a service. I'm shopping for you, and I'm delivering it to you. Yes, it makes sense that the app wouldn't be the one to pay me. It would be you, because that's what delivery services are. It's no different than having your house painted. We agree to a price, And I do this service for you. Why do people not look at it like that? So Instacart isn't worth doing in my town. There are genuine people out there that just think that their shit doesn't stink and that we are peasants and that they deserve free shopping and free delivery. And so most of the time I don't do Instacart, but we took that one today. And if it wouldn't have been for taking that, I probably wouldn't have gotten that guy in Branson West, and then I wouldn't have gotten that. Everything came together. I truly believe that everything happens for a reason, you know? And that's one of the things that keeps me motivated and keeps me going, is I believe that everything happens for a reason. You never fucking know when what you're looking for is just right around the corner. And mathematically, there's no way we're going to make rent. And it's not like in January and February I can work every single day of the month. Like, we had a good day. We're going to go back out here in 30 minutes and work 3 more hours. The Lego set's coming along nicely. I've been videoing that. I'm 5 bags in, and it's a very, very, very difficult car. I will give it that. It is hard. I actually made a mistake and had to undo it. And the problem is that I'm recording it, and it's gonna, so I got like 6 hours of recordings right now, and it's taking up too much space on my phone, so I need to figure out a way to speed up the video so it doesn't take up too much space on my phone, or I'm not going to be able to record all of it. I wanna post me building it, because I think that would be a cool video. Just watch me very quickly put this car together, and I got a good angle on it, and but it's going to be a minute until it's done, because I'm only on bag 5, and it's taken 6 hours, and there's 3 different sections and 10 bags in each section. So this is a bigger, I don't think I comprehended how big of a project this was, and how many there's Technic cars are so much, man, there's so many my fingers, dude, they hurt. But so far, it's been an enjoyable building process. I can't believe the gears on it. Actually, hold that thought. Shit out. So, this isn't all of it. I got another part that I've worked on. This isn't what took me 6 hours. But look at this. Look at all the gears in there. And on the back. And then you spin it. I can't do mirror image, I suck. Dude, Jeremy, just, there we go. Isn't that fucking cool, dude? I'm so impressed with Lego and their just the way they put stuff together is amazing. And then you got 4 gears back here. No. This was a bitch. This was a bitch to build right here. But yeah, I just thought that it would be cool to show you guys this, because, look at that complex engineering, dude. It's super dope, super dope. So I got that and basically the guts of the front made. So we're making progress, and I really want to figure out how to do the videos. I do, because like I said, I don't have enough storage on my phone or iCloud to film 24 hours of film. So I'm going to have to figure out how to speed up the videos so it's only 10 minutes, and then 10 minutes, and then 10 minutes, and then put them all together. So I'm going to have to look into that, but I think it'll be a pretty cool video. Anyway, we're going to go back out for 3 hours. We're at 116, like I said. That puts us in a good position. So, assuming we make $20 an hour if we go back out, we could finish the day at 175. Now, if we make 175 the next 3 days, we'll make rent. But that would take a fucking miracle. New Year's Eve, I'm I am praying that New Year's Eve is going to be good. But we have to take a day to go grocery shopping, or we lose our benefits. So, like, there's just so much shit I gotta do, man. And I'm working 7 days a week. I need to clean the house. I need to go grocery shopping. We got a lot of stuff to do. I barely have enough time to think. But I'm glad that I'm able to sit down, vent my frustrations, or talk about my day or what's on my mind, and that it's being received well. And thank you to the new subscribers. Not every video is positive like the YouTube video. This is just a channel where I just vent about what's going on in my head that day. And I got a commentary video I got planned for this weekend when I actually have time to edit. It's not going to be about a person. It's going to be about a subject. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. I appreciate the kind words, and you guys help motivate me, man. And I don't know. I know that me out here continuing to grind, putting in 7-day work days and whatnot is like, not giving up is a good characteristic trait to have, but I just can't believe that I'm still coming up short. And that makes me feel like a fucking failure. And I don't know how January and February is going to go. I feel like it's unfair to her to be in the car all the time. I don't even have time to eat. I drink a smoothie. I drink a couple shakes. We just got to get through the winter. We do. And yeah. And I'm trying to get better at watching my attitude and being positive and staying out of politics, and I'm trying to make better, more inspiring content, but it's really hard to do when it feels like no matter how hard you try, you're always coming up short. It's really hard not to be stressed out and grumpy and making a video yelling that, or whatever, making a video cussing. It's hard not to be wound tight in a video whenever, like, these are how my days are, and it's go from 10 to midnight, and still don't come up with rent. And then I get somebody that gets mad at me for saying fuck. I don't know. I love you guys. Thank you for watching.